Good morning. I am already hungry, so let's fix some food.
Today we are going to be cooking some teriyaki chicken fried rice. Alright, we're going to start off with our ingredients. We're going to start off cooking the chicken, and then we'll move on to cooking the rice. But we'll cook the rice in with the chicken juice. Always wash your equipment before you go. I never do it after. Same thing with the cast iron pan. I like to use a brush first, just to remove everything in the junk. I swap over to the Scrub Daddy. This is the Scrub Mommy, that hard bristle surface. It just cleans well. Scrub Daddy, we support your brand. Please sponsor us. All clean. This food is going to be so fucking good. I'm so ready. Now to start, we'll be using this frizzle oil. I love this. Such a good flavor to it. It coats the pan really well, and this is why I use my base layer on all my cast iron. Oil all over that pan. We want to make sure it's a nice thin layer on the outside. It can be a thicker layer on the inside. That's why I start there. Boom, on the burner. Same thing for the lid. Boop, boop, boop. Let's turn that heat on. I like it about right there.
Now, if you're cooking with a lid, always make sure when you're heating up that pan, crack that lid just a little bit. I got it cracked on the other side. There you go. Just a little crack. You don't want any of that oil to then cause a smoky taste in here like burnt oil. We just want to season this thing up.
Let's get our ingredients ready. And here we go with our ingredients. We got our prepackaged frozen chicken that I already thawed out. We got our salt. We got our pepper. We got our garlic. This is going to do the bulk of the seasoning. We do have a teriyaki sauce, and we do have some fresh local honey. All these things will go into it. This is the primary actors of what we're starting with. You can see a little bit of smoke coming up. It's already ready. Let's lift this lid off, and let's put a little olive oil in the pan, extra virgin. Now, we spread that around the pan. Time to put the chicken in the pan. Chicken straight into the pan. We want to make sure we spread out some of that olive oil around. Boom. Boom, we got that sizzling. Put that lid on, fully covered. Give that 10 good minutes. Alright, and whenever this thing hits about 10 minutes of cook time, we're going to flip, we're going to season the top, cover it back up. It's been about 10 minutes, so what we're going to do, we're going to take off that lid, flip that right there. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil to the tops. We don't want it to stick when we flip. Use our tongs, break it loose. If anything sticks, it's fine. Most of it's not. Now we're going to season, salt, pepper, garlic powder, and my secret ingredient, a little bit of honey. I'm going to put that lid back on for another 5 minutes. We can even bump down that temperature just a little bit. Good. Now, when the 5 minutes are up, we're just going to cut off that temperature and let it stay sitting in there for about another 8-10 minutes. Just letting it cool down with no temperature being added to the pan. The cast iron always keeps heat on, so if you're using an aluminum pan, just turn down that temperature to low, keep the lid on. The lid will keep the chicken juicy, and as the chicken cools down, it's going to soak up any juice in that pan. Beautiful. This chicken is already smelling delicious. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes. Cutting off that heat, we're letting it rest. Alright, it's been about 10 minutes of zero heat. Just what's left in that pan. The chicken soaking up all those juices. We're going to take this lid off. We're going to transfer it to our bowl, and we'll just stick that in the microwave to just keep the warmth while we cook our fried rice. This is some pre-made fried rice. Well, pre-made rice that we will be frying up and adding all kinds of stuff to. Smells good. Boom. Check out this color. Isn't that a beauty? Drop this off in the microwave up here just for it to be warm. Now, everything left behind in this pan we are going to be using for the rice. So go ahead and turn that heat back on up. For our fried rice is dead simple. We got regular rice that we cooked a day ago. We got yellow sweet onion. I usually use red, but yellow is what we got, so we'll use it. We got our garlic. We got our pepper. We got our salt. And this is the real trick to any good fried rice. Soy sauce. If you need less sodium in it, feel free to substitute the salt for just soy sauce. Let's put this onion in here first. You want to get the onion cooking the most first. Get some good coloring on it. For these, we just want about inch size pieces or less. For these, just tear it up in half. Boom, boom, boom. And we'll even top it off with a little bit more oil. I will be leaving the lid off for this part. Just let those onions start cooking down. The onion looking good. Now those onions are cooked for a few minutes. You're just going to flip those onions right before we go and add all our fried rice. Boom. Onions flipped. We're going to add the rice. A little messy. That's okay. Smash it down, break it up. Whatever you got to do, get that lid on. Right before we get that lid on, we're going to add a little bit more extra virgin olive oil. Lid on. Cook for about another 5-10 minutes. Just come back and put a little extra love into it, stir it. I almost forgot, let's go and add some dry seasonings to the mix. A little heat on some seasonings always is better than no heat on seasonings. We got salt. Pepper. Garlic. Shh, don't tell nobody. I also use a little bit of honey in my rice. Just a little bit to give it a little extra stick, a little extra glaze. Lid back on. Alright, we just gave our pan a little bit of love. We stirred it up just a little bit, not too much. I forgot to hit the record. So here we go. We'll give it a little bit more of a stir. Boom. Color's already growing. Everything's softening up. Drop that lid back on. Let's just clean up a little bit here. Now in the beginning, you're just waiting for that rice to get warmed up, softened up, breaking up. That's what you're going to want in the very beginning. But as it cooks a little bit more, you start hearing a little bit more seasoning. We're just going to start stirring it more and more. So let's give it another stir. Put that lid back on. Alright, let's give it another stir. Speeding up those stirs just more and more frequently. See that color starting to build. More seasoning. Salt. Pepper. Garlic. And this is when the secret to any good fried rice comes in: soy sauce. Lid back on. If you're a fan of good aromatics in the kitchen like I am, as soon as you add that soy sauce, it starts coming. You know what's happening. You know it's going to be good. Right now we're giving it about 3 minutes between each stir. We're about to stir it one last time. Then we'll be tearing up our chicken, adding that, stirring that in, letting all that heat up, and then it'll be ready. Now, if you're a fan of more onion, we have some green onion here. I'm actually going to be adding to the dish. It gives it a little bit of extra color. I didn't include it because it's not always necessary. I just personally like it. Let's get that green onion down here at the base. Now with any good onion, I like to take it, pinch it, spin it around. We're just breaking up all of those flavor channels on the inside, making sure it gets real juicy. That way all those flavors can be mixed in. I just tear it with my thumb, throw it in. Keep it on the top for now. Boom. Lid back on. It's smelling good. I'm so excited for this. Let's give this one last stir right before we add that chicken. Boom. Oh, that color is looking great. Boom. Now we already got our chicken cooked. We have let it rest in there. We're about to tear it all up, shred it, so we can add it to the fried rice for the final stir. Just look at that delicious chicken. Let's get it shredded up. Cooked it right, you're not going to have a hard time tearing it up. A good general tearing up. Now I'm just going to get my fingers in there and tear up any of these big pieces. Boom, boom. There we go. All nice and shredded. Big, good chunks. Let's mix it into our fried rice and warm it back up. Adding that chicken to the top. And now we're going to mix it in. That's starting to look good. Now, because this morning I woke up craving a little bit of spice, we got some crushed red pepper packets from a local place down the street. Let's go ahead and add that in. Boom. Oh, didn't mean for it to all fall out right there. So, get a little packet of seasoning, just kind of spread it around. Boom. Now I know what you're thinking. You said teriyaki chicken fried rice. Where's the teriyaki? Don't worry, I got it right here. This is this Kinder brand teriyaki seasoning. It has a little garlic already in it. I love this sauce, but because it's already pre-made, I wanted to add it towards the end. Lid back on. Let that sauce drip down. It's almost ready. Let's give it a final stir up. Let it sit for a second, and then we'll plate it. It smells so good. Smell it, delicious. I think that's already going to be ready. Let's actually grab a little taste. Now we got a little bite. We got some chicken, some fried rice in there. It's hot, so let's cool it down. It passes my Google test, which is the test I use for everything. Does that food make me happy? Yes. Alright, it's already tasting delicious. Everything's already warmed up and cooked. Let's turn off this heat and let's plate. Alright, and with everything left over in this pan, I'm just going to take it off the heat. I'm going to put the lid on it. I'm just going to let it sit. It ain't going to hurt nothing. Let's dig in. Final taste. Taste before we send it to my plate. Hot. And delicious. Alright, y'all, we are back in my room. We got our teriyaki chicken fried rice. We're about to sit and enjoy. I got me a nice little water to drink with it, my favorite beverage of all. Anyways, I hope that y'all enjoyed watching this video. I hope you learned something. I hope you make some good food for yourself. And I'll see you next time. Make sure to hit that subscribe and the like below, and you'll see the next video pop up on your feed. Peace. It's just so good.